Happy Friday, September 8th, 2023. Happy hour, Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. Lovely Litecoin Lisa's channel. Happy hour. YouTube. Be there. Got an auction for her. She's got an auction website where she goes up and collects things at different places, you know, estate sales, thrift shop, you know, all kinds of cool stuff that she finds. And she's auctions it off on eBay. If you join her Patreon, you can get it like first dibs at it. But she's got something ending today in the middle of happy hour. It's 5 o'clock somewhere glass. So the bidding is ongoing on eBay, and we'll see who wins that. Right now, Westwood's got the winning bid. It's 5 o'clock, always at the Westwood Bar. And I guess we'll find out at 4:30 when the auction ends who is victorious and who will take it home to the bar. All right, it's always 5 o'clock. Do I start with Liberty Safes? I made a video yesterday. I made a video yesterday morning. I did a live stream yesterday toward noonish, somewhere. I don't know, somewhere around there. And it just froze up, locked up the video. You know, it's like a 40-minute video, but I was only talking for 15 minutes. And I was talking about Liberty Safes. I don't know if I got kicked off or what happened. Silly, it just froze up. Blip, 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 kept doing that. So there's like 25 minutes of me just frozen. Blip, 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 blip. All right. Liberty Safes. You're safe. Your stuff is not safe. Your liberty's not safe with Liberty Safe. That's what I was talking about yesterday, to where the FBI had a warrant for a customer who bought a Liberty Safe, and Liberty gave over the combination to the FBI. Isn't that nice? You buy a piece of something that becomes your property, and somebody who sold it to you, yeah, you know, gives away the key to it. Allows them to just come in and take everything. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Change your combinations on your safe after you buy them. Shouldn't have to do that, but that's what happens. Be your own bank. Take custody. You know, you gotta take all the measures. All right. We're gonna talk about this Eric Adams character, mayor of New York City. He's kind of in panic mode now, talking to the council, talking to, you know, everybody about how what he ran when he was running for mayor. Oh yeah, New York's a sanctuary city. We embrace everybody. We love everybody from everywhere. Well, now that he's got all these migrants coming in, 10,000 a month, there's 21,000. Why is it so weird? Right around the same area, the cruise control's cutting out right there. Oh, there you go. Not sure what's going on there. It's an X-file. I'll have to open it up. But Eric Adams, there's 21,000 new students in the New York public school system. That's a lot of students, migrant students. Now, it sounds like a lot, which it is, because, I mean, I don't even live in towns that big, or even near them. But 21,000 new migrants. And they're just doing a little interview on the Today Show of one of them, and, you know, he's off to school, not speaking any English. And you think, oh, what a challenge. I mean, what a challenge, you know, the strain of resources on the school system when you've got all these students coming in, the majority of them don't even speak English. I mean, hard to teach when you can't communicate. It's hard enough to teach when you're teaching in the same language to get your point across. Trust me, I taught in high school. Still certified to teach. Don't teach anymore in the public school system. I mean, I mean, the language barrier, I can't even imagine getting over it. I would just pull out my hair. Speaking of hair, I need a haircut. But yeah, that's, this is, I think Zero Hedge had the article that says, when idealism meets reality. That's what you're looking at. All of these, I don't even want to call them leftist ideas. All of these very idealistic things, you know, that people hold up as far as being, oh, well, you know, you don't love people, you're a racist, you're this, you're that, because, you know, you're not accepting of other people. Well, this is what happens when you just leave the gates open. When you leave them wide open and just let anybody come in, and you say you're a sanctuary city, oh, come take sanctuary here, and then when it happens, you say, oh, we don't have the resources for this. It's going to destroy New York. That's what the mayor says. You know, the sanctuary city mayor, Eric Adams. It's going to destroy New York. What are we going to do? Well, I thought you were offering sanctuary to these people. I mean, don't you have a heart? Don't you care about humanity? Don't you care about the plight of people coming from third world nations trying to get to the biggest third world nation in the world? You know, to carve out some sort of handout? Oh, I mean, freedom? I mean, what's the problem? Yeah, there's limited resources. There's limited money that the people can pay. You can't just print your way out of it like the national government does, right? Yeah, it's a problem. So what do you need? We need more money. We need you to print more money for us. Please, give us a handout, Papa Joe. Give us a handout, Daddy Biden. Big Daddy. Corn Pop. Just set up a school for the Ukrainians. Just call it Ukrainian school, you know, something like that, and you know, get $1 billion, you know, handed out to you. But this is the reality of it, you know, and this is what all the bleeding hearts that sit out there and say, and trust me, I'm very compassionate, believe it or not. I really am. There are a lot of things that I don't do, and things that I do that, you know, I do. I care about humanity. I care about animals. I care about, you know, all life. I really do. But you got to have some reality. It's like, you going to take in 10 cats into your house? Are you? You know you're not going to be able to take care of them. Then there's, you know, there's just so many issues that go on with it. Are you going to spay or neuter them? You going to take them, you know, to the vet all the time? You going to make sure they're healthy? You going to make sure that, you know, you're going to take in 10 cats into your house. Are you? You probably like to. I mean, I'm the biggest animal lover there is. Don't care for cats much, but I mean, every time I see a dog, you know, I'm just like, oh man, you know, I just want to bring it home. Don't do it though. I got 2 dogs and that's enough. 1's enough. I mean, 2's good. They can play with each other, and you know, it's better for the dogs, I think. Anyway, but you know, how many people can you take in? It's a great and idealistic and think, oh, I love everything. I love all creatures great and small. But if you can't handle it and you can't take care of it, next thing you know, these cats, you got 10 cats, they're all diseased and, you know, mangy and unfed and they're starving. You can't take care of them because you don't have the resources. Well, it's the same thing with human beings. If you bring all these people in, where are you going to put them? That was the first thing. Well, we'll put them in hotel rooms. All the hotels booked. Government pays for it. You can stay in a hotel. Meanwhile, you got, you know, Americans living on the street. That's all good. Get off that park bench. I'm going to beat you. Get off. You're disobeying an order. Resisting arrest. Tase them. You know, you go through that as an American. You know, you might be a veteran. You know, and that's what you get. Serving your country. Serving the corporation. This is what you get in return. You can't even sleep on the park bench. F you. Oh, but if the border's wide open, bring them on in. Yeah, let's give them some clothes, get them a stipend, you know, put them up in a hotel. Oh, well, we can't afford to do that? Oh, okay. Let's go destroy New York! Ah! So there you are. The reality of the situation is you can't pay for it. You can't afford it. You just can't do it. You just cannot do it. And Eric Adams, sometimes careful what you ask for. Might just get it. So there's that. You know, and he's crying about, you know, the Biden administration's letting all these people in. The border's wide open. Yeah. There's this thing called Build a Wall that never got finished, which I'm very disappointed by. You know, Trump comes in and says, hey, I'm going to build this big, beautiful wall. Doesn't get done. I mean, you had 4 years, bro. 4 years. Now you're talking that, well, I'm going to finish that wall when I get in there. I just don't understand. I mean, it's not the money issue. I mean, it's not the money issue. I mean, if it were in the government, he couldn't get funding for it, which is absolutely, I just do not accept that BS, that excuse that, oh, we couldn't finish the wall because of this and that, and the funding, we couldn't get this and that. Well, have a GoFundMe. I'd donate money. I mean, seriously, I would actually take money outside the money that I give you corrupted, you know, idiots, you know, every week on my paycheck, the donations that I give you. Other than that, I would donate more money. I would not buy any crypto just to finish the wall, because I see how much that's going to devastate us. And, you know, it's inexcusable to me that wall did not get finished in the last administration. Absolutely inexcusable. Absolute total BS. And you might say, well, it's part of a grander plan. We had to see how bad it can get. You know, we had to see how bad Biden can treat us. Okay, if that's what it is, let's destroy America and I guess build back better next time. But, you know, at what cost? You know, a lot of lives have been ruined. A lot of things have been destroyed. Okay, I guess that's the war. That's the game. Fine, whatever. I'm just trying to get out of the way. That's all I'm doing. But, you know, we should have a wall. Why is there not a wall at the border? I mean, you know, something to control it. You know, if it's a virtual wall, it's like a bug zapper or something. You know, you walk in, you know, it's like, and they turn around, you know, and just shocks people when they walk in. I don't care what it is. Just so you can't, it's impenetrable. That's the main thing. I mean, maybe we got drones up there 24/7 that land and recharge, and other ones go up and it just like tasers people, or it neutralizes them, or it hits their nervous system so they like freeze anytime they get near the invisible boundary. I don't care, whatever it is, there needs to be something there, because, you know, we're talking about, hey, we need to send the military to the border, you know, to control the border. It's like, why? You know, you got wolves everywhere out there, and then you got sheep. What do? You put a fence around it. And then, because you can't be watching the sheep all the time, so you put a fence around it, you know, hopefully keep the wolves out. This is just common sense stuff. Barricades, borders, that's what you do. You got a bunch of cattle. Okay, we need to protect them. We're going to fence them in. Keep things out, keep the cattle in. And it's just such common sense stuff. And to have the argument, to have the discussion, you know, I mean, we sit here and act stupid about it. Oh, well, he couldn't finish the wall because, you know, this agency didn't have the funding, you know, and it's the damn Democrats stopped him from building it. It really sucks. He really wanted to build it. Knock it off. I mean, seriously, knock it off. That thing should have been built. So why wasn't it built? That's my question. Why wasn't it built? Why wasn't it finished? Who benefits? You know, what's the overall agenda here? That's what I want to know. Well, I'm going to come back in and I'm going to build it bigger and better, and, you know, it's going to be longer and stronger. Okay. By then it's too late. What makes me think that you're going to get it done this time and you didn't get it done last time? You know, it's the same with the JFK files. In there for 4 years, I'm going to declassify it. Doesn't get declassified. I'm going to get in next 4 years. I'm going to declassify it. Okay. Kind of had the opportunity. Did it get done the first time? No. Well, the people weren't ready yet, you know, so we had to, whatever. I'm liking RFK more and more. Robert Francis Kennedy Jr. This guy's hitting the nail on the head. He's done the research. He's going against these big corporations that have really enslaved us, especially the pharmaceutical industry. I want to see him play a role. I see him as a great attorney general. I mean, going after these pharmaceutical companies and just pinning them. I'm so sick of what big pharma and the medical industrial complex has done to people. And they're trying to do it again. You see it. They're completely ramping it up, completely creating the narratives that, and it's the same thing every year. Kids go back to school. There's an outbreak of, you know, illness. That's just what it is. I see it firsthand every year. It happens everywhere. You've got the East Coast schools, you know, don't go back until like around Labor Day or something. New York schools, whatever it is, they go back late. Okay, so right now, look for an increase in COVID because there's an outbreak. We got 5 cases, you know, in this school. Well, we do have a lot of people that came from other countries too that might, have they been 100% screened? I mean, do we really know? Have we checked everybody out and make sure they're all healthy? I don't know, pure speculation, but you got a lot of new mixing going on, and that's what happens. Oh, over summer break, everybody's out by themselves, they're playing in the sun, getting plenty of vitamin D. Now, herd them into these classrooms where they get no sunlight most of the day, breathing the same air. You know, they're all bringing different things to the table, and, you know, you're mixing all this stuff up, so it's like, okay, you're building that natural immunity up, but you're going to get sick, because, ooh, what's that? Your body says, oh, what's that crap? I don't know where that came from. Yeah, it come from Guatemala. Where'd that come from? I've never felt this before. And you're like, you know, so your body weakens a little bit to try and fight it. Okay, then you get over it. And then you're like, all right, I've seen that before. All right, cool. Honduras, what it came from Honduras. Okay, now I got to get immune to that. But in that process of building the immunity and getting the stuff and your body having to fight it, you get sick. You feel sick, symptoms and all that stuff. But we're going to call that COVID. We'll call that because that's what it is. And that's why these damn tests, everybody's going to get a test. Because somebody's going to test positive. And I've harped on this before. It is the reason why everybody had COVID is because everybody took the test. And if you take the test, they give you false positives. That's been proven. That's stated. So, hey, the more tests we give, the more positive COVID results we can have. Boo, we can pump the numbers at that point. Really inflate them. Oh, we've got an epidemic. We got a pandemic. We got to shut things down. We got to mask up. We got to do something. We have to take action. And that's what's going to happen. It's the same old song and dance. It's nothing new. And I feel like we're going through the same thing, the same process, the same washing cycle that we've been through before. And the results, are they going to be any better? Well, maybe we'll get a wall finished. Maybe we'll get the JFK documents declassified. Maybe somebody will get locked up at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Until there's justice, until we see justice in public, where everybody knows it's happening, so we can wake up instead of just being led in the darkness and fed a narrative here and there, led by somebody else's leash, until we can actually see justice out in the daylight, nothing changes. So again, don't count on someone to save you. Don't count on a savior in either party. Don't count on RFK. Don't count on Trump. Definitely don't count on Biden because they're already prepping Newsom. I see it, Chucky Todd, who's out of Meet the Press. He's horrible. One of the worst, just hateful individuals when he's reporting the news. He's gone, but he's going to do an interview with Gavin Newsom. And so here you are. You're setting up Gavin Newsom to come in and either, run to take the spot of Biden when he retires or resigns because of whatever's about to happen, this falling down, medical emergency, whatever the F it is. He'll have to step down for health reasons. Kamala's president. Either Newsom becomes vice president or Newsom jumps in the race and runs and will defeat her and destroy her, obviously. But they're prepping him. And grinning, Joker, he just can't wait. He's just ready. Yeah, he can't wait. I'm president. Take control of this vampire casino. I'm going to run it. So you see that's coming. All right. Doesn't matter who's in charge. You got to figure out how not to play the game. That's really what it comes down to. Quit playing at the vampire casino tables. Find a way out. Exit, get out of the way as much as possible. Many ways to do that. Look into those ways. Look into, is the United States a corporation? Am I actually, volunteering to participate in this stuff? Am I signing a contract with the devil? Many times over? Maybe I should not do that anymore. Those are some things to look at. There's different paths, many paths to the top of the mountain. You got to trust yourself. You got to do the research, align with or find good communities and good people that are making sense, are legit, are spewing common sense instead of an agenda to lead you down a path. And that's what you got to do. And trust yourself between you and him or her or shim. No, it's between you and God, you and your creator is what it comes down to. You've got it all right here. You're part of that essence. You're born with that essence. It's inside of you. You know it. You've had those moments. You absolutely know there's something greater and you're part of it. So trust yourself because you got that hotline to God. All right. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see you at happy hour, 4 p.m. Central Time. We're going to see who wins that 5 o'clock somewhere mug that I'll be drinking out of someday on happy hour. It's on auction right now. Let's see who wins it at 4:30. That's when it ends. By then I should be well on my way with some whiskey and cigars, baby. All right. Hope to see you on happy hour. Love you all. Have a wonderful Friday. Don't trust these vampires. Trust yourself. All right.